same squad. Cross move quick like AI. Chain shine bright like daytime. Stack big bread like waist high. I don't do lanes. Little watch out like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Bang at the grit, do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Lock in. Gotta go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. This is Cohen. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Lock in. Hey, 18. Blue.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brooks Reed able to drop him for a loss of 4. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And it's caught. And he's brought down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They come out here in the eye.
Gotta go. Ran.
Trubisky keeps it himself, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Falcons coming back out here onto the field. This has been a team that's had an interesting season. The rough start, then they picked it up some. As you look in your crystal ball going forward down the stretch, what do you see for the Falcons?
Well, I think on the surface you would think the injuries are just too much to overcome on the defensive side of the ball. But the way they've been playing recently, they put everything on the offense and just asking the defense to do just enough. And the offense is really giving them great play because Matt Ryan can throw to Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, the rookie Calvin Ridley, Tevin Coleman and Ito Smith running it and catching it. They're starting to put up points in big numbers and making people chase them each and every game.
And they may want to start to pad some wins now because 3 of their last 4 in the regular season are on the road, including trips to Green Bay and Carolina. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, Ryan steps away to his left. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Leonard Floyd leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan, and he's going to go down again. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing here, Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
On the left side, a catch by White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a short gain here down to the 22. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here in the first half, we're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Red, up! Red, up! Hey, gotta go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, week 12 in the NFL, also Thanksgiving week, and 3 games on Thanksgiving. We know about Chicago and Detroit, Washington, and Dallas. Don't forget about the 3rd and final game on Turkey Day, just as the early Black Friday shoppers are lining up. Atlanta, New Orleans.
And those Black Friday shoppers will be throwing serious elbows about the time this bad boy kicks off. Now, think about this weekend, or think about this Thanksgiving. It has the feel of a college rivalry weekend, doesn't it? Every game, intense rivalry. Chicago, Detroit, Washington, Dallas, and now this one, Atlanta, New Orleans. These two don't like each other very much. A huge game in the NFC South. Can't wait to watch this one. Matt Ryan, Drew Brees match each other throw for throw.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Well, right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And some strong running. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Set up! 180!
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. to the interception. Here's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Get up!
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Changing topics here for just a second to look ahead to our Thanksgiving slate. You know, you got Chicago and Detroit early, but then, of course, Dallas late. And it's a rivalry game. They host Washington.
Yeah, and how great is that we're going to get that one on Thanksgiving, because they've given us some memorable ones throughout the years. And it's always interesting to hear just how intense this rivalry is, even in today's NFL. I've talked to guys who have played for both Dallas and Washington, and they always say it's such a struggle when they hear they have to go to the other team. No matter what the circumstances, that's the one team that you don't want to go play for. And they always say it's very strange to put on that other uniform.
Whoever wins that game, the turkey will taste a lot better in the locker room after. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Deep
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Gun!
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Tuesday.
Throwing again, Ryan. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell, because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now, the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day. He's not there. You just hit it, though. James Conner, this Pittsburgh team has really elevated its game around James Conner, playing awfully well. He's playing well. And I think there's a certain sense when you watch them that they all want to prove something to Le'Veon Bell, that they can play well without him. And so far, it's working.
And James Conner, he's an easy guy to root for. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Taken from just outside the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Hey, with that incompletion, time to have some fun. And I want to know, at the Davis household, who carves the turkey?
Well, certainly not me.
Well, I knew that.
I can tell you that. But let's just switch it. Who cares who carves the turkey? I want to know what you're going to be knocking down on your plate on Thanksgiving Day.
Well, definitely turkey. Now, my mom's corn and green bean casserole, while it may not sound overly appetizing, is out of this world. And her sweet potato casserole, second to none.
So, I should be making my plans to fill a seat at the Garden household?
You're more than welcome.
Because I think my household may kick me out.
What's your favorite? What's on your plate?
I'm telling you, when you throw the yams at me, Look out, because I'm gonna go to town. That's like dessert to me.
Well, how about dessert? I go pecan and apple pie with vanilla ice cream.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I like the pecan pie, but I do love a chocolate pie. I can't help myself. It's one of my favorites.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now come the Falcons. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now at Soldier Field. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Tuesday.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
22.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 42 yards. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It's Coleman here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18.
Trubisky to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
39.
Here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Check. Lock in. Gotta go.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Let's go.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Gotta go. Motion.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Looking for White on the deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gault. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.